morning. And it can be really early morning or just morning. So in the morning, what time do you wake up? What time? 6. And we've learned time already, right? To sign for time. So if you sign time and then the number, it makes it that o'clock. So he wakes up at 6 o'clock, times 6. So you're signing times 6, but if you're mouthing anything, you're mouthing 6 o'clock.
Really, for time would be like
30. Right. So I wake up at 6:30. 6:30. I will meet you at 5:45.
I wish I wasn't really having to do with this, but when you're interpreting, do they not like it when you mouth what you're signing?
It depends on who I'm interpreting for. Some people want that on my lips and other people don't want it, so whatever their communication style. That's what I do. Pardon me?
They would tell you that?
Um,
Were they mentioning it?
I would probably figure it out just from talking with them before an appointment or before a staff meeting or whatever. Just I would figure out their communication style. And sometimes they'll just let me know. But other times they don't, and then you just kind of figure out. That's the reason I kind of show up early for interpreting jobs. Night. And night, it's got kind of a bend to it. Night. Noon. So noon is actually, you can sign 12 noon. This means 12 noon. This means 12 midnight. I'm doing this. 12 midnight. So noon, midnight. Sign for, now there are 2 signs for now. I sign now. A Y hand shape does not move. Sign for today, today. So today has a little bounce to it. Now does not. That's what I'm signing. Other people might sign now or now. So there's different ways that you'll see it. When I'm signing it, now, today, just so you know. We had pants before. That was from before. Pants when you were talking about clothes. Sign for recently. I'm just gonna check this one because some people are signing sex. So I'm just gonna.
Really, what's sex?
It must be this way.
Yeah, I'd be wrong.
This way is
Sex, yeah. Also means gender, yeah. Sex, so M or F, which? So sex, but recently. So if you're thinking that it's past tense, so it's moving back a little bit, past, so recently. And so what would this, so if this is recent, but facial expression is so important. So if I'm signing, what would that be?
recently saw the movie.
Yeah.
What would be a good English?
Have you recently?
I just saw that movie. I just saw it.
Oh.
It's so recent that it just happened. So, just saw the movie. But, you know, have you met my friend? Oh yeah, recently. I met her last week, recently. So recent. Residential school. Residential school, and you think, why do we need that sign, residential school? Here in Minnesota, do you know the residential school? Where is it? Faribault. MSAD, Minnesota State Academy for the Deaf. And it's a residential school, so deaf go live there. And that's often a question that deaf, when they meet another deaf person, will ask them, residential school, mainstream, you know, which. And if they say residential school, and it's a different state, they probably still know a lot of people that graduate from that school because they live there, and that was their life. So they, you know, went home for vacations in summer, but they were there, and that's how they grew up. So they know a lot of people from all over the residential schools. So it's actually a very important sign to me. Sign for sell. So her car She needs to sell it, needs the money. Stay. The book shows stay, and it's actually a two-handed sign to stay. Stay. I sign stay. I sign it one-handed too, but it's really a two-handed sign, just so you know. So I'm going to the bathroom, you stay, wait, I'll come back. There's today, that's how I sign it, today. The next sign, to call someone, it's kind of directional. If I was going to call you, but if I want you to call me, then it would come this way, call me. Call me. Remember we talked about nouns and verbs? This is telephone. This would be to call someone. To call, you call me, I'll call you. So it's got that noun-verb component. Sign for tomorrow. It's a little bit in the future. This is present. Tomorrow. It's going to happen. So tomorrow is Student Success Day. There's no classes. And then Monday, there's no classes. Wow, what's happening to this school? There's no classes. Used to or formerly. It's one of those in the past. So, did you work for the phone company? Oh, I used to. Now, no.
So the same thing as long ago?
That's further back. Sometimes it can be two-handed long ago. Depends on, really long. So if I worked for them a long time ago, but I used to work for them, but not now. There's another sign, and it's on page 180, and it's every day. So when you see tomorrow, but then tomorrow, that's every day. Every day. What's it kind of look like? Girl.
Yeah.
Aunt. Every day. But it moves forward a little bit. So every day I need to study something.
Yep.
The next page, 63, sign for visit. We talked about that last week. Visit. It's that C. So it's not this. It's not this. Your palms are facing you. Visit. These. There's two signs for walk. There's this sign for walk and this sign for walk. I can't use this if they're walking really fast, and this is just kind of walking. So when I walk my dogs at the park, I'm walking and they're running. Washington, D.C. It's a W, makes a little circle, Washington. And if you really mean D.C., I add D.C. because you can mean Washington State. Same as English, it's confusing. Do you mean the state? D.C., which? Washington, D.C. Water. To wear. So remember when you were describing people and you wanted to know how do I sign where? Well, we hadn't had it yet, so we would say, the woman has a red dress, but now you can say she's wearing a red dress. So wearing. So they're U or H hand shapes. Make a little circle. Are you using that? Can I borrow that?